and welcome to a Qi Gong session. So Qi Gong is sort of the sister of Tai Chi. So you may have heard of Tai Chi and maybe not heard of Qi Gong. So Qi is in the Chinese medicine and in the Taoism is the universal life force. You could read volumes of books trying to explain what Qi is. And Gong is your thing, your working. So we're working our Qi. So it's a lot of it is used for health benefit. So if you've ever had acupuncture or acupressure, what we're doing with these movements is we're working our meridians, our lines of energy, allowing them to open. If the Qi, it's said if the Qi gets stagnant, if it can't flow properly, then it causes problems. There is volumes to read on the depth behind Qigong. You may look at it and think we're just waving our arms madly, but a lot of it is happening internally. So I will introduce some of the more internal aspects to it, but I won't drown you with it all at once. So this movement I'm going to take you through, this is only part one, there'll be 5 more parts to it. It's called Shibashi, and it's 18 movements, and it's relatively still on the bottom half, although there are some movements when we move our legs. So it's called Shibashi. So I'm going to do the first, the second and the third one in this particular lesson. So I'm going to start off with some basics, and that's standing. So we stand with our feet about hip width apart. Our knees are not locked out, but neither are they over soft. But we do use our knees a lot in Qigong, just softly. So they are softly locked out, so they're not locked, just softly bent. Our pelvis, it's slightly tucked under, but don't over exaggerate it. It's to a comfortable point. It's almost like you're a kangaroo and you had a big kangaroo tail dropping down. So you just sort of go, ooh, and it drops down. That's the way your pelvis is going to go. Your shoulders, as if you've got heavy weights in your arms, your shoulders get drawn down and slightly back. But it's not an over exaggerated, it's not like a soldier standing up. It's a much softer movement. The word they use is sung, where you're just sort of, you're heavy from the waist down. So as if from the waist down, you're in a mountain, that's nice and heavy. Then from the waist up, it's as if you were light and raised up. The heaven from the waist up and the earth from the waist down. So from the waist up, we've got the soft shoulders, arms being gently drawn down, and the golden thread drawing you from the top of your head, so your chin just tucks in slightly. So this is your standing posture. If you get everything balanced, it uses very little muscular effort. So a lot of Tai Chi and Qi Gong looks very effortless because it's beautifully coordinated. So for a moment, I want you to just try standing feet apart, soften the knees, slightly tuck the pelvis, elbows heavy, golden thread drawing you up so your head is floating on your neck. And I want you, if you're comfortable, shut your eyes and just very slightly allow yourself to come forward and feel the shift on your feet. Notice how you can feel it going in the balls of your feet. Don't become unbalanced, maybe your toes slightly get engaged. Then shift the weight back. So you're just very slightly going forwards and backwards. So the weight goes onto the heel when you're back and the ball of your foot when you're forward. And then make that movement smaller and smaller until you're standing absolutely still. So now you're balanced from front to back. And now we're going to try it from side to side. So just shift your weight very slightly over to the right, so you feel the weight going into the right leg, almost like it was water flowing into the leg. And feel the weight, the earth beneath that foot. And then draw your weight over to the other side. In my case, I'm going to my left. And feel the weight transfer. So we're not leaning our bodies, we're just moving. Pelvis stays almost still, it's parallel to the ground, and the weight is just transferring from leg to leg. So if you open your eyes now and just transfer that weight from side to side, feel it as if you're pushing down into one foot as The water rises up and over and flows down the other leg, and you're sinking into the other foot, rooted into the ground. And then bring yourself to center. Now find that perfect central point, and imagining that beneath your feet there are roots growing down into the earth, so that you are not just on the earth, you're in the earth, you're part of it. So that's your basic standing posture that we'll be using all the time in Qigong. We're coming backwards and forwards to it. The other thing is the breathing. We breathe into our bellies. In Chinese medicine, they have what they call the lower dantian, the elixir of life. It's a ball of energy. It's not a physical thing. So they believe that in there's a ball of energy. It's a couple of fingers below the belly button and a couple of fingers in. Then we breathe into our belly. So putting your hands on your belly and breathe in and see if you can get that belly to stick out. And as you breathe out, feel the belly coming in. Try not to be over exaggerating it. And it works because we have our diaphragm, which is underneath our ribs. And when you breathe in, the diaphragm pulls down and the abdominal contents are pushed out to allow more space for the lungs. And when you breathe in, like a parachute, the diaphragm goes up and the lungs get squashed up to allow the air to come out. So we're not actually breathing, there aren't lungs in our belly, but the movement of our belly allows us to use our lungs better. So just maybe shutting your eyes for a few breaths, hands below your belly button, and just feel your belly as you're breathing out and in, and feel the belly as you're breathing in, pushing out, and as you're breathing out, feel the belly coming in. It takes a bit of practice, and in time it will become natural to you with your diaphragmatic or abdominal breathing. If you're a singer, you probably do that breathing anyway. Just one more thing I want to say on some of the underlying more mindful, more meditative aspects of it. But when we move, it's not a strong muscular movement. So the first movement we're going to do will be raising our arms. It's not a arms up, arms down. It's as if you're being led by the wrists, the back of the hands, and as if you're just flowing up and flowing down. And notice how you're led by the wrists, up and down, up and down. So it's a soft flowing and the whole body is relaxed. So we'll go into the first posture, which is called raising the arms. So our opening posture is exactly what we've just been doing. Feet sort of hip width apart or shoulder width apart, whatever feels comfortable for you. And that relaxed standing posture. So your head is rising, your chin gets gently tucked in, and you feel like your head is just resting on your neck, and the shoulders are softened down as if there are weights in your elbows drawing you down. Pelvis tucked down, remember the kangaroo tail, slight bend in the knees, and equally weighted on the feet. So keeping the shoulders soft and down as you breathe in, as if you're like a puppet being drawn up by the wrists. You sink slightly down, and then as you breathe in, that slight sink comes up and your arms come up, but they're almost as if you're being lifted up by the wrists. And as you breathe out, the elbows are heavy, the wrists become heavy, and they bring the arms down. So breathing in, you've sunk slightly as you've come down in the knees. It's not a big sink, it's a slight sink, almost imperceptible. So you're sinking down, and then as you're breathing in, the arms come up, the knees start to not straighten because you're keeping that soft movement in it. Wrists coming up, shoulders relaxed, elbows become heavy, and as you breathe out, you come down. You'll notice from the side there are no straight arms. So as I breathe in, my hands come up, but my elbows are soft. There's a soft curve. It's not a straight arm, it's a soft curve. Shoulders are down, they're not engaged. So you're breathing in, coming up, breathing out, sinking down. So with your own breath, breathing in and up, breathing out and down. And you can look wherever you like to look. There's no set place for looking in this particular posture. Maybe just focusing straight ahead and then pull the focus back so you're looking at nothing. So breathing in, the arms float up, They get to about shoulder height, and as you're breathing out, elbows down, wrists down, sinking, slight bend in the knees. Breathing in and up, breathing out and down. Very little muscular movement, and it's with the breath. The breath leads the hands up and drops the hands down. So with the breath, you're trying to do the belly breathing, but if you can have your lips just gently shut and breathe in and out through your nose, if that's comfortable for you. Your tongue rests on the roof of the mouth, so all the facial features are soft. You're not holding any tension anywhere in the body. So try and consciously be aware. If you feel like you're tensing your face up, try and allow your face to relax. So we'll just do this one a couple more times. So soft knees, breathing in, the arms come up, eyes soft and gentle, jaw soft and gentle, breathing out, led by the heavy elbows, heavy wrists, sinking down, slight bend in the knees, breathing in and up, breathing out and down. So that's the first posture, which we will do, you can do it 4, 8 times, whatever you like. What we will do gradually is link all the postures together, and when you get to learn them completely, you can just do the whole 18, you can do it twice each posture, you can do 4 times, 8 times, whatever you like. And when you finish the whole thing and it becomes an automatic, it's quite short, you can just get it done in sort of 8 minutes, but it's a beautiful relaxation for you. So the next movement is opening the chest. The start and the finish are similar to the first move, but we add in a bit in the middle. So to start off with, if you want to watch first time, we breathe in and we lift the arms up. Continuing the in-breath, so it's a nice long in-breath, palms facing towards you. You're then going to draw your arms back, keeping the soft curve in your arms, and there's just a very slight tilt forward. And then as you breathe out, your body comes upright, drawing the hands palms facing, then the palms face down, and it's just like the first one, sinking down with the elbows, sinking down. So I'll show you that one from the side. So breathing in and up, palms facing, and as you open your arms, you very slightly lean forward, and as you're breathing out, you come back to upright, palms facing, then palms facing down, and that's sinking down. So if you'd like to join in with that. So remembering your standing posture, your feet about hip width apart, soft knees, tilting the pelvis, breathing into the belly, elbows heavy down, shoulders dropping down, golden thread. Soften your eyes, soften your cheeks, soften your jaw, your tongue, release any tension in your body. So it's a longer in-breath because it's a longer movement. So we're breathing in and keep breathing in, opening the arms, slight tilt forward, breathing out as your arms start to come together, coming to upright. When your hands are in front of you, palms facing down and sinking down like we did in the first posture. So breathing in and up. Nice deep in. It doesn't matter if you have to chuck in a few extra breaths. The Tai Chi police will and the Qi Gong police won't come and get you. It's fine. Palms together, facing down and soft. So remembering to keep everything soft. So no straight arms, no over exaggeration. It's a soft movement. So all the joints are feeling soft. The minimum muscular effort you can put into it is what we're looking for. So breathing in, palms facing, keeping breathing in, slight tilt forward, soft arms, breathing out, palms together when they're about shoulder height and shoulder width apart, facing down, breathing out and down. And again, breathing in, knees slightly raised, arms up, palms facing, opening up, tilting forward, breathing out. Palms come down when they're in front of the shoulders and down. Do that one more time and then we'll move on to the third one. So you've got your good standing position. Breathing in, led by the wrists, palms facing, opening the chest, opening the breath, slight tilt forward, breathing out, palms together, turn the palms down, led by the elbows and by the wrists, down we go. So that's opening the chest. And the next one is called Rainbow, which is a bit, painting the rainbow, it's a bit more complicated. Those two are nice, easy ones, but it's easy enough to do. You'll be able to pick it up, I'm sure. We are going to transfer the weight from one leg to the other. So remember the exercise we did at the beginning when we were doing the standing, and I said about imagining there's water in your legs and you sink down. So it doesn't look much different. It looks like I'm just moving my pelvis slightly from side to side, but actually I'm now almost completely weighted in that leg, and this leg is just touching, and I'm going to transfer, and I've done the same to the other side. My right leg is now taking most of my body weight, the left leg is barely touching the ground. So that's what your bottom half, you need to practice that. Just moving the weight from leg to leg. Okay, so putting in another little layer into it. The hands are soft, so try not to stretch your fingers out or over tighten them in unless it's in a particular posture. They just have a natural soft curve. You just relax your hands and see where they are. Hands tend to, when they're relaxed, just have a little bit of a curve in them. That's not relaxed and that's not relaxed. So it's just finding that relaxed in your fingers. So that's what your bottom half is going to do. Your top half, we'll start off with the hands like a Buddha belly, like you're holding a Buddha belly, and you bring the hands up. Now you're going to use that sinking. So the right hand, there's a point, the 1,000 meeting point at the back of the skull, and there's a point here that's part of the acupuncture, and we're going to have that facing it. So it's not touching it, it's at a distance, but that palm is as if it was shining a torch onto the back of your skull. The weight is going to be sinking into the right leg. This hand is at the back of the skull like it's shining a torch. This hand, you're going to look at the palm. So this is somewhere where we'll be looking at the palm. Soft fingers, soft arm, not overextended. And it's almost as if you're looking into a mirror. And the reason it's called painted a rainbow is you'll see when we move, you're like making a rainbow with your hands. So now we're going to transfer the weight from the right leg to the left leg, and the arms are going to coordinate and come up overhead so their arms are at the other side. So we'll breathe in and transfer the weight, and as the weight transfers, the arms start to move over. So I'm making an arc above my head, and now when I'm fully weighted in my left leg, this hand is shining at the back of my skull, and this hand is now looking at me like it was looking into a mirror. So again, we're going to transfer the weight to the right legs, and as we transfer the weight, we're coordinating the top half and the bottom half of the body, coordinating the heavens and the earth. So we're going to breathe in, raise the arms up as the weight transfers over, and as we sink down, the movement is being completed. As top half and the bottom half coordinating together, painting the rainbow. So breathing in, transferring the weight, coordinate the movement of your hands. You're painting that arch over you, you're connecting the two points there, and you're looking at the palm of your hand on the hand that's extended. So breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. So it's the transfer of the weight of the legs, coordinated with the movement of the arms, which is just making an arc up and down, up. We're transferring, we're rising slightly as we're moving over, and the hands are making the arc over our head, and the head moves, coordinating with the hands as you're swapping over one side to the other. So that's the third movement, and that's where we will stop today's lesson at, but we will join them up, so we'll go through them all again, and so I'll join them in doing sort of 4 of each so that you get the feeling of how it goes. practice is the only way that you will feel better doing this. You'll get better benefit from it. So practice, practice, practice. So start off in our standing position, arms just resting down by your side and focusing at sort of nothing in the distance. Remember that relaxed face, relaxed jaw, shoulders, feeling the weight of the earth, feeling yourself being supported by the earth, feeling your roots going into the earth. Bottom half of your body heavy, sinking down, top half being drawn up, feeling light. Okay, so breathing in, raising up the arms as if it's coming up from the wrists, and breathing out as it comes down. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, and there's a slight movement in the knees. Breathing out as the body slightly comes up. Once more, breathing in, breathing out. Now we're going into opening chests. So we breathe in, we're raising the arms, palms face, open the arms, slight movement forward, breathing out, back to center, arms to center, palms then face down and down. So breathing in, arms facing, opening your arms, breathing out, and palms now turn and face down, sink down. Breathing in and up, breathing out and down. We'll do that one once more. Breathing in and up, palms facing, opening up, chest slightly forwards as you lean forward. Breathing out, palms are facing, then they turn to the ground and sink down. So starting with your Buddha belly, bring your arms up over your head, sink your weight into your right leg and bring your right hand above you, looking at the left palm. Breathing in and up, making your arc, transferring the weight, looking at the hand, fingers soft. Breathing in and up, breathing out and down. Breathing in and up, transferring that weight, feel the weight. Feel your feet on the ground, gazing at your palm, shoulders soft and relaxed, fingers relaxed. Once more each side. And then bring your hands down to center. So that's the first 3 movements of Shibashi. And what I will be doing is I'll be doing some more classes 3 at a time so that you can add it all together. You can go back to look at it again. And next time we'll be doing some warm-ups and some cool downs. But I thought I'd just gently introduce you at first. So thank you very much for coming to see us. And I do hope you have a lovely rest of day.